Hello. I would like you to expand on this changing the past, because I was thinking about it. Seth said that everything is happening at the same time. We just go through it sort of like in slow motion.
That's a sort of misunderstanding from what Seth was offering.
Okay.
That everything isn't happening at the same time. Otherwise, how could there be expansion?
Yeah, that's my question.
Rather than thinking about time, just think about more and how the universe is expanding even right now. So there's becoming more. And if there's more now, then there was less before. And if there was less and then more, then there has to be now and before and after. In other words, time has to be part of it. It's part of what you perceive as you are here physically focused, and it's part of what we perceive as you are here physically focused.
So how's that with changing the past then?
Because everything is perceptual, and the only thing that matters is what your point of attraction is now. And that's what Seth was wanting to express. What's happening now is all that matters, because now is your point of attraction. So whatever it is you are focused upon is your point of attraction. So if you are perceiving some unwanted thing in the past and you're holding yourself in vibrational alignment with it, now you are recreating that thing now. You're adding to it. So many of the things that are historically documented by you, you make worse as you drag it into your now and regurgitate it again and again and again. In other words, you let past events mess up your now vibration and disturb your now point of attraction unnecessarily. So in order to understand how the past is changed, you have to first start with a premise, and we know it's sort of a hard one to accept, but you have to start with the premise that everything is perceptual. That's why we were so happy that Esther had that experience with the trees the other day, because she really thought she knew what was going on, and she did not know. Her perception was distorted. And who would you like to write the history of your nations today? Which of your fellow countrymen would you like to have their hand on the pen of the historical documentation?
The happy ones.
But what we are getting at, could anyone accurately write it for everyone? Could anyone accurately write it about everyone? You are all writing it for yourself, but you're doing it from the lens of now. And we're just asking that you clean up your lens of now by looking with broader eyes and with broader understanding and with absolute clarity. And we know for sure that what you will write about now will be something that you will enjoy living. And after a little while, you won't be willing to write about those things that don't line you up. Think about it. If you're looking into an unwanted past and regurgitating it, what are you doing to your now point of attraction? And there are people who really believe that that sacrifice is necessary. We have to sacrifice our alignment for the sake of the truth of what that was, even though you can't even possibly know what the truth of that was. All you know is the truth of now. And the truth of now is I'm in alignment with broader perspective or I'm not. I'm under the influence of the big picture or of the tiny little negative picture.
So as a recreation, I like to read books, and I prefer biographies, because when I read them, I sort of can feel how law of attraction worked with that person and how things developed. It's totally different from novels.
Knowing what you know about the law of attraction and knowing what you can feel because of your knowing about the law of attraction, you are undoubtedly a bit like Esther, who can feel the vibrational accuracy of what you're reading. Vibrational accuracy is sort of a fun thing to acknowledge, but we still wouldn't get too carried away by focusing upon vibrational accuracy that might tune you into unwanted things.
Right, that's what I thought when I read the last book. It sort of didn't feel good at times, but at the end, of course, it felt better. So, because then the solution came up. So, what do I read actually for recreation then?
You're not going to like our answer.
I write my own book.
Is your current experience really so void when you're tuned in to infinite intelligence and source energy, and you have access to all of these thoughts about all of these wonderful things? Why look backward? When you get in your car, do you spend all your time looking in the rear view mirror? Or are you looking forward? You have all of this access to all of this knowing, and a vortex that is filled with things that are in the process of becoming, enough to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. And we are not asking you to pull yourself apart from everything that is or everything that was. We're just asking you to be more discerning and to not be willing to give up the influence of your source for anything. That's really what we're asking. So Esther sees something advertised and she'll download it to Kindle, and she'll see something else until her Kindle it's not heavier, but it's full of, her iPad is full of all of these things. And then she'll just begin it a little bit and she'll say, nope, delete. Sounded like a good idea, but as she begins to read, she feels us go away. And so what she says is, if Abraham will read this book with me and will point out to me the vibrational advantages of this book as we go along, if there are contrasting experiences within this book that will parlay me into more important, better feeling places, I will read this book. I'm not stepping away from all books. I'm just asking for valuable information that causes me to become more as I read it. You see, that's the distinction. And Esther can feel when Abraham's reading the book because she cannot turn the pages fast enough. Ooh, 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 ooh. She feels energy stirring within her. She feels her mind flexible and real. She finds herself anticipating what's coming next. You see?
Right, that's my experience.
But if she
with some
finds
books,
herself
yes.
feeling frightened or worried or guarded, she knows we're not reading along. Helpful?
Oh, yes, very much. Golden. Thank you.
Something more?
A lot, but not now.